Today's video is sponsored by AnyTrans. AnyTrans offers 3 methods of backing up your data for your iOS device. You can first do the one-click backup, which backs up everything pretty much on your iPhone, and you can later restore to this data. Then you also have your incremental backups. Now, this is only the new data after backing up everything for the first time. Then you also have the ability to do air backups, which allows you to back up your data seamlessly over the air using Wi-Fi. Now, all this data can be viewed and restored to selectively onto your iOS device after you backed everything up in the future. So what are you waiting for? Check out AnyTrans new backup methods. Links will be in the description down below. Hey guys, I know myself here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about iOS 15 and one of the latest rumors that suggests that the software will introduce a new home screen redesign for the icons for iOS. Yes, one of the latest rumors suggests that Apple could be changing the look for the icons in iOS. In this video, I wanted to talk about all the possibilities of this happening and how Apple could approach theming on the iPhone. Now, it comes as no surprise. Jailbreakers have been doing this for years. It looks like iOS users really like to customize their devices. You may remember last year with the release of iOS 14, a ton of customization videos were dropped online. It sort of went viral, and many users really wanted to change the look of the icons for the home screen, which could tell Apple, hey, iOS users really want to theme their iPhones. We should probably create a theme store, right? For developers, another revenue, it would be great. And maybe Apple could actually take this moment to actually unify their UI look or the icon looks with macOS and iOS. As you know, Apple is all about simplicity and they want to keep their aesthetics very similar. So if they want to keep iOS, macOS, and iPadOS looking very similar, changing the looks for the icon and the iPhone and iPad for iPadOS and iOS make a ton of sense. And as you can see here, I have a theme running on this device, which is very similar to the icons for macOS Big Sur. And as I mentioned, Apple likes simplicity, number one, and number two, Apple doesn't really like to make drastic change to the looks of the UI for iOS, iPadOS, and macOS. So if they really change the camera icon too much, users might feel lost. So Apple takes baby steps into customizing iOS. And as I mentioned, by changing the icons to look more like macOS, the experience will be more unified. So if you pick up your Mac, you recognize the icon, you use it on the Mac. For example, if you use Finder, as you can see here on the Mac, it will look very similar as on the iPhone. If Apple goes with something like this, we see some more depth to the icons and just a unified experience and a simplified visual experience for users make a ton of sense. So a recent rumor by iHack2 Pro, which has been fairly accurate on most of its leaks, suggests that Apple could be working on new icons. And I went ahead and commented on this and I said new icon or new icons. And he says new icons, my friends, which means that Apple could very well be working on a brand new theme for the icon on iOS and maybe even iPadOS, as I mentioned, to unify the user experience between macOS and all other icons and all other platforms, which makes a ton of sense. Now, as I mentioned last year with iOS 14, there was a big uprising on theming your iPhone. There was a ton of videos that went viral on YouTube on how to theme and customize your iPhone, which leads me to the second thing that Apple could be doing, or the second approach. Apple could be opening its own theme store, very similar to the App Store. This will enter a new revenue for developers. This will open doors for theming your iPhone. Very simple, directly through Apple's restrictions, right? Because Apple wants to make sure this is secure as well, as always. And if history is any indication, WWDC this year will most likely happen on June 1st or 2nd week of June, which is typical for Apple. And that means we're about 2.5 months away from seeing iOS 15 Beta 1. I think if Apple does make any changes, it would look something like this. This is macOS Big Sur icons, which are installed here with a pre-installed theme. I'll leave this in the description down below. Remember, Apple doesn't like to make drastic changes. They want to make sure that you recognize the icons. You don't feel lost within iOS, but they also like to make sure that the experience is unified and also unique in every aspect of their ecosystem. And it makes a ton of sense. So if Apple does update their icons, it will be most likely to look like macOS Big Sur. And if they do go with their customers once, then that means a theme store could very well be coming to iOS with iOS 15. I'm super excited. Let me know if you like theming your icons and changing the look of your iPhone. Is this something you'd be interested in? I would like to hear your thoughts in those comments down below. Thank you for watching today's video, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.